What's up, guys, and welcome back to another ladder story. Today we continue following the rise of Togles. So looking back at games of his from a couple of ladder seasons ago and seeing how he gradually improved to become the pretty well-renowned player that he is today. So he's also become known as a little bit of a giant killer. He's taken down Bisu in a game that I've done of his not too recently. And potentially he may have beaten one or two other pros. You're going to have to keep an eye. Although by the time you're watching this, I reckon that game would be out already. So yeah, man, Togles is pretty good at pulling out the odd surprise. And I've got no doubt that he will continue to do so. So today we have a game of his against Quickly. Now, Quickly is a semi-pro, and we did a game of his against Protoss not too long ago, and Protoss gave him a really good game. I think they played on Eclipse, if memory serves, and so it'll be good to see how our friend Togles fares against the same opponent. So that's quite exciting. We're here on Radeon today, and looking forward to seeing what we get from Togles. So he's doing all sorts of interesting opens. He didn't open the other day where he skipped the second depot to get a quicker factory. He does seem to enjoy Gases Expand, although here he has gone for his gas. So let's just see if he does a standard Vulture open or how he pivots. Quickly has decided to go Nexus first. So it could be some fun here on Radeon. It's definitely going to be a nice, long, enjoyable macro game. And I'm very much looking forward to bringing that to you today. If you do enjoy stopping by the channel on a regular basis, and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We've been enjoying an incredibly good wave of growth and momentum on the channel, which has been really appreciated. And if you do also enjoy today's game, just hit that like button. It really helps with discovery. And the more people that discover, I mean, obviously, the easier it's going to be. A really good... okay, so he's done it again. He's prioritized the factory ahead of the depot, and now you can see here he's making the depot. So it's a slight tweak on the build to get a faster factory. It isn't a optimization. One of my viewers actually pointed this out to me in a comment. So really, really good to have smart viewers who watch your games on a regular basis, giving you some inputs. It kind of just helps the casting experience and makes it feel a little bit more like a community, which is really, really awesome. So I just want to say, for those of you that I haven't already said this to, or you haven't heard me say it, I am really, really grateful for all of the support and the input that I get from everybody who watches the channel. And that's going to be that for now. Our Nexus first is going to be challenged with a bunker rush. I don't know if this is going to be in range or not, but Quickly does follow a few probes, and this SCV nearly dies. This bunker's about to die. And Togles looks like he's changed his mind here. A little bit of a tail between the legs kind of scenario, unfortunately. Cancels the bunker. And that's going to be that. I think he's going to get his Nexus first up safe and sound. Does send the probe in here. Still hasn't gone back to... does not kill that probe. Hasn't gone back to 3 on gas. I think the reasoning is he wants to expand. Vulture is out now, so he should be able to expand. And we should now normalize into a regular game. Okay, so he is going to be expanding. No, not yet. Getting a factory. A machine shop on the factory, and here we go. Zealot is out. Dragoon is here. Pros have been pulled. Does actually pick a probe off quite nicely. Now it does have a second go at this bunker. And I think he's going to get it up, no problems at all. The question is he in range of the Nexus? The answer is yes. And this could well be a very, very good denial of the Nexus. Sending back a few SCVs here. Continuing to make workers. I think the next move will be to expand himself. So if you as Terran can knock the Nexus down and expand your own command center, then you've done really, really well. So there we go. Togles does it. Quickly tries Nexus first. And he gets smooshed. He does getting range. So it's 2 gate range. Robo on the way. So progressing a little bit with his build. I don't know what this is. It's a Toggle special, baby. Proxy Starport at 5 minutes. Let's go. Proxy Starport against the pro. After we block Nexus first. So cool, man. I think this is probably what made him famous. Games like this. And I love it when he surprises me. I genuinely don't know to expect this stuff when it happens. But here we go. Uh-oh. We don't want to have an offensive drag from hell. Starport's nearly done. I'm super curious to see what he's actually going to do here. Should have an observer pretty soon. Here's the robo. Comes the observatory. I think he's going to try and Bisu these mines. So, pop up, knock down. It's also now got within range of the bunker. So, I think it's time for Togles to expand. Uh-oh. Does lose 1 to mines. It's going to expand now. So, 42 plays 26. Kind of interesting to try and tell where we are in this game. Togles is now expanding. Making a dropship. I don't know how much damage is going to get done with the drop. There's plenty of goons around here. Do you know what I mean? They should be able to tidy this up. And observers are out. So this is potentially suboptimal, but we'll keep an eye on it. Now he's going to pick it up, and off we go. So he's clearing mines here with his observers. Doesn't know to expect a drop. How much damage can he get done here? Got about 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 probes. I don't know what it is with Togles, man. When he matches up against a pro, he just plays like out of his socks. It's like floating the Starport away, like la 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 la. Oh, so good, mate. All of one factory. This is brilliant. Has established a bunker. Got his marines here. Siege mode on the way, so should be able to stabilize against any counters. Finally getting his second Nexus online. So far behind in workers. This is one of those games where Togles has got himself a convincing lead. Let's see how he goes from here. I think our Protoss is going to want to try and expand again pretty quickly, but he just doesn't have the workers. It's crazy. Flying into this observer here. Nothing to block him at this stage. I wonder if he'll go for Reaver or something just to try and like get back into the game. So third base off of 25 workers. Togles we can see he's got plenty more. Getting an armory and getting +1. Second gas online. So after the crazy busy start that we had, game should now stabilize a little bit. Togles kind of just poking around here, seeing if there's any openings. Again, making a dropship. This time the observer, I don't know why his observer's actually out here. It's kind of crazy. But he is going to know what's happening here, what to expect. So I expect quickly we'll be in a better position to block this time. Seems to be that these vultures here are destined to go into this dropship. So catching up quite nicely in workers here is quickly. I think that's probably the only thing that I could say that Togles hasn't done, is he hasn't kept up with his worker production as well as he perhaps could have had. But does seem to be gearing up for a little tank push potentially, or just trying to take a bit more of a central position in the map to protect the space. If he lays some mines here and sets up his tank line here, then the space is as good as defended. Some wraiths as well. He's actually scanning the observer and killing it with a wraith. Are you kidding me, bro? Ah, Togles, man. Unbelievable. So good. So damn good. Got a nice spread of vultures everywhere. Dropship chilling over here. Wraith chilling over here. Giving himself some really nice vision across the map. Transferring some workers. Getting himself up to 50 SCVs. Shuttle in Quickly's hands now. So we're going to get some Reaver play from him. So we'll keep an eye on where this goes. Observer's just kind of spotting where everything is. So as I expected, he's just kind of setting up a little tank line here to safety have his 3 bases. Again, chasing down this observer. So funny. Making a science vessel. So he's just using this proxy starport for any purpose that he needs. Don't really know why you would go for a science vessel at this stage of the game. There's no signs that you're going to be playing against Arbiter. He's getting shuttle speed for his Reaver. Getting a second shuttle. All of a 1 robo for the time being, which you would expect based on the start that Quickly had. Does scan, sees the 2 shuttles, so I think he might have a good sense of what he's up against. And expanding here, knowing that the starport is here, I think is probably going to be the end of the starport, sadly. This hero starport's going to see the end of his days, sadly. Getting our gate count up now, so we should see some macro power up now from Quickly. Definitely good enough player to play his way back from being as far behind as he was. We have seen Togles, though, in some games past against really good Protosses. If he gets a lead, he does seem to be capable of closing the game out. So let's see how he goes. Sadly, the hero starport has come and gone, and that is the end of you. Good game. So we haven't really done anything with our shuttles, just kind of poised here, you know. Clearing a few mines. So we've got 1-1 on our mech, or 1-0 should I say, on our mech. Against 0-0. He's getting legs for his zealots, and he is getting +1 now for the first time. Also getting Templar Archives, adding a few defensive cannons into his bases. Up to 4 bases now. And I think this game's kind of evened out. Perhaps still Terran in it with a bit of a lead. Who knows? Lots of turrets. Good protection. Done no damage with his Reavers yet. Hasn't really attempted to do any damage with his Reavers yet, to be honest. We have our somewhat euphoric Terran music playing today. Always enjoyable. Another base. Damn. I think maybe Togles has been a bit passive in this game after the start that he's had. We'll have to see when and if he chooses to engage. Here does come... Oh, well. Bit of a false alarm there. Looked like he wanted to do something and then he changed his mind. Only made 1 Reaver. Second robo on the way, so it's definitely going to be the double robo style. Quickly does play this really, really well. Extra gateways coming up here, so giving himself multiple points to reinforce. And the typical Protoss template here, where expand a million times, get yourself as much coverage on the map as you can, as much production facility as you can, as much econ as you can, and kind of wait for the Terran to come to you and counterattack where you can, engage where you can get some decent trades. That's kind of the Protoss MO. The Terran MO is go kill Protoss before Protoss is just too damn strong. Just kind of holding his ground here and continuing to expand behind it. Let's just confirm that there's nothing here. You can see on the mini-map there's just a huge spread of red. Whereas Togles is pretty much just contained to his third of the map. Or his quarter of the map, I guess. Slowly it's sort of leapfrogging forward here. Two 2-1 this time on the mech. So maxed out Togles here. You think he's just going to continuously press with an iron taking his fourth, which he's done. I think he just wants to try and get as close to occupying the middle of the map as he can so that he can safely expand, which is where the leapfrogging is coming in. It looks like Quickly wants to try and do a counter, but the wall here of depots is going to make that pretty suboptimal. Here come our first bombs. He's a huge fan of the Zealot bomb. Oh my god, there was just drags from hell there, but the trade's gone pretty nicely for Togles. That was a beautiful engagement. Transfer of workers here. So I think, well, Togles has this fourth and it's safely up and running. It's going to be in a very strong position. And like I said before, he's going to try and take as much of the central part of the map as possible. And I think that's where really the territory that Protoss is going to be contesting for. A couple first storms are now in the game. More bombs. This is kind of a divorced from the rest of the army cluster of tanks. There's nothing protecting these tanks, right? There's no vultures or mines or anything. A couple more kind of repositioning now. But a little bit of a lead swinging back Quickly's way. Predominantly probably just reinforcing production that he's got. He's got like 15, 16 gateways running. More bombs on the way. Bombs away! I dare say Togles could do with a few more vultures here. His tanks are pretty much fighting entirely unprotected, and they are copping it from all angles here. Storms, zealots, bombs, everything. It's making a few more vultures, but definitely needs a few more. I think that's probably the downside of his comp. If you watch people like Flash or Scan, they've got so many vultures in their composition, it's insane. It really is. People, I think, underestimate the significance and the power of the vulture. So Togles is actually gaining some territory here, moving right onto the natural of Quickly. Just this avoids any flanks or counter attacks. Which we'll see if there's anything here. Storm drop, which we caught very nicely done. Killed a decent number of units there. You know, some counter attack from Togles with the vultures. So kind of trading bases and workers and economic damage kind of directly with each other. Some rallying units here are going to take down this little random pod. And just sort of getting entrenched here as well at the same time. So a little bit of a chaotic phase to the game where everything is happening kind of all at once. But those units have been cleaned up. These vultures have just been all but ignored. So this, unless something happens, this Nexus could go down. And Quickly is in a bit of pain here, guys. And this is turning into one heck of a PvT yet again. I don't know how it is, like, but if it's luck or whatever, but I'm picking some games from this guy, and they are real goodies, man. So a rallying Herald, the High Templar, just got wrecked for his trouble, and so did that shuttle. Oh, hello. How are ya? And he is actually going to let this Nexus go. Unbelievable. Doesn't seem too vulnerable to the counter. He's kind of got a good early warning system here. And a decent number. He doesn't commit his entire army. He just keeps a little bit back. And that's serving him really, really nicely here. This barracks is going to go down, but whoop-de-doop-de. The shuttle's still just chilling here, which is kind of funny. So that's going to be the end of this Nexus. And Togle's still maxed out and asserting his dominance here. He's actually able to fire with the vision that's provided by the vessels. Actually able to fire on the gateways in the base here, which is crazy good. Let's introduce some vultures here to tidy up the remaining High Templars. And it's going to get this back online. Wow. Okay, so in terms of all the trades, lost base entirely. Had to evacuate and replenish them. Lost a few workers for sure. This is now low. This is low. So this is probably his most important source of income. So quickly his sort of win condition is to shut this down permanently. He's established another base here and probably has more agility to establish more bases himself, like over here perhaps. It is going to definitely force Togles to move out a bit, but I expect Togles now is going to take his army and try and press a new position anyway. Probably here, if I had to hazard a guess, just in terms of a valuable target. But there's plenty of valuable targets with high amounts of mineral patches like this one as well. And that seems to have Togles' attention for the time being. And he's fierce. There's lots of him. There's more here and here. And here it all comes. And there doesn't seem to be too much Protoss to stop this. It's got a nice spread of tanks. A drop here, though, would be really, really painful from a friendly fire perspective. But quickly he's losing a lot of supply. Also just beautifully picking off these High Templars before they can get into position. So I think this base is now also under tremendous threat. Another drop here. So he has done it again. So even though the Vulture, the Wraith is here to spot, that didn't do anything. So he's going to get a lot of damage here, which is nice counter work from quickly. And it does force Togles to pull a few Vultures to tidy this up. But it doesn't stop him pressing his advantage forward here. So now he's right into the proverbial second natural. And there's absolutely nothing protecting this base. And all reinforcements have been cut off here. And this has, for all intents and purposes, been tidied up. There is no tanks or anything here, though. There are some mines. Togles needs to just move these units here to tidy up this little bit of counter-harassment. But this natural is all but gone. This base is on the verge of going. He's moving some units in position to pressure here. And Togles is just all over quickly here, guys. He just needs to move this. Please, just move these units here, man. Please, please. Alright. Still looking good, though, for Togles fans. Still looking really, really good. Oh, no. He's going to lose this. That's so sad, Togles, man. Come on. Still kicking goals, though. Absolutely for sure. Sending a whole heap of units down to the middle of the map just to challenge here. And I don't know if he wants to take this engagement. He's got some vultures in front, he's laid some mines. I think quickly he's running out of mining bases. He's got this one. And he's got this one. And that's it. So he's in a really, really good spot to win this game, is Togles. And I think he's going to be able to deny and kill so many probes here. And this is critical, critical mining income for Protoss. Every single probe that was there is now gone. So rotates his army around here, but there isn't really much to pressure. So entrenched here in a critical part of the map. Where's Togles' money though? That's the question. He's out of money here, he's out of money here, he's out of money. So I guess the one thing that is a concern for Togles fans is that he himself has got no more mining bases. So he's got to get one established. It's going to kill these probes too. It's absolutely nothing. Kill the probes, not the Nexus. No! So it kind of pulls his whole army across. Togles going to land a command center here. And I like that his whole army is kind of in between this command center and his opponent. That's going to probably be a massively critical part of this game. It's getting that base up and running. Togles does re-establish here though. And if he can get this up and running, quickly, get this up and running, then I think he's going to be in a position to play himself back into this game. A couple of mines will be laid here. And he's going to lay another command center up here as well. Holy crap. So just trying to basically split this map straight down the middle. What an insanely cool PvT this has been. Here we go. So you can literally draw a line between the two of them. This is the battle line. If you get past this, you may win. Otherwise, you may not. Boom. So he's got this up and running. He's about to get this up and running. What a game. Still having to long distance mine here. Reestablishing this as well. So has scanned the natural. Just confirming where his bases are and are not. And here we go. This is a hugely critical engagement in this game. And a really, really, really wide arc that he's attacking into. And quickly is just losing so much supply. But the tank line is still really massively deep. It's just slightly spread. And he's gone down to 87 supply. Togles is going to do this, guys. He takes down and slays yet another giant. And this is becoming a thing. Like, seriously becoming a thing. What a great game, too. Especially that Proxy Starport. How cheeky was that? Insanely cool. I think he just wants to go in now and press advantage and finish him off for sure. Couple more drops and storms. Credit to Quickly for playing out and doing his level best in this game. Has now got himself in between here, and he's going to knock down probably one of the more critical lines of income. So that base is gone. And I think he'll be in a position to take this one down as well. And quickly GG's. And Togles has done it again, guys. Takes down another pro or semi-pro in Quickly's case. And what an insanely good game. And once again, it just shows it doesn't matter who your opponent is. If you get ahead and you stay ahead and you just close out your games, then you can win. And we've seen him do this multiple times. And this guy is making a believer out of me. He really, really is. It's been so cool to cover him. I'm really, really grateful that I stumbled across this as a recommendation. And keep finding good games to bring to you guys. So if you enjoyed this one, please do hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take it easy. Thanks for watching.